Good morning, class. How are you? I hope you all are fine. See the picture on your screen. Identify the animal. Yes, of course, they are rats. You know very well. What are they doing? See them. I think some are eating, some are playing, and some are sitting inside the hat. They all are enjoying, like you people, as you all enjoy, all children. So they are also enjoying. Now see one more picture I am showing you. See, a person is there and who is playing the flute, and all the rats are following him. The person is playing the notes with the flute and the rats are going after him. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Now see one more. Now see again. The piper is playing the pipe or the flute, and little children, they are following him. Means the chapter we are going to read today is something about a piper. Yes, of course. So today we are going to read the chapter The Pied Piper of Hamelin. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Hamelin is the name of a place, and the Pied Piper means the person who plays the pipe. Now let us start our reading. Hamelin's town in Brunswick, by famous Hanover city, the river Weser, deep and wide, washes its wall on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you never spied, but when begins midity, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so from vermin was a pity. So here the poet is going to tell a story about the town Hamelin. Hamelin is situated on the bank of the river Weser, and the river Weser was deep and wide and washes its wall on the southern side. Means the river was on the southern side of the town or the city, Hamelin's town in the Brunswick. And the river Hanover city, the famous Hanover city. The river Weser was there, and it was a pleasant spot, means a very beautiful place. You never spied. Spied means you have never seen such a beautiful place. But when begins my ditty means when my simple song is going to start, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so from vermin. Vermin are the harmful animals, and here the animals are rats. So before 500 years ago, the people of the town were suffering from the rats. What a pity, means so sad. Rats, they fought the dogs, they killed the cats and bit the babies in the cradles. Means the rats were very dangerous. They were ready to fight with the dogs. They killed the cats and bit the babies in the cradles. The small babies, those who were in the cradles, the rats bit them even, and ate the cheese of the vats and licked the soup from the cooks' own lads. Vats means strong tanks, storage tanks. Where the cheese was there, they eat all, and licked the soup from the cook's own ladles. Ladles means serving spoons with long handles. They lick all the soup. Split open the kegs of salted sprats. Sprat means small fish. Where they were on the kegs. Kegs means barrels. They were on the barrels and they split. They ate. Made nest inside man's Sunday hats. See in the picture also. The rats are playing inside the hat means they have made it their home. Even spoiled the women's chats, wardrobes of the women they have spoiled by drowning and speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharp and flats. Sharp means high pitched sound and flats means low pitched sounds. Means all the day they were speaking, they were shouting in a very low noise, sometimes very high. Means all the time they were making a mess, they were creating a problem for the persons of the town. Then downside you see, one day the town folk flocked to the town hall. They appealed to the mayor to urgently look for some means to rid of the town of the rats. So all the people they went to the mayor and they requested him to make some arrangement so that they can get rid of the rats. Suddenly, a strange looking man, tall, thin, wearing a long and red and yellow coat, appeared in the doorway. And when the people were talking to the mayor, suddenly a strange looking man, means the person was weird, strange, and he appeared there. He was tall, thin, wearing long red and yellow coat, appeared in the doorway, means on the way. He told the mayor he could rid the entire town of rats for the price of 1,000 guilders. It is the money. And the mayor agreed gladly. Means how much money he demanded? 1,000 guilders. It is the former unit of money in the Netherlands. Now, a agreement was there that the person will be given 1,000 guilders if he get rid the mouse or the rats from there. Now see, into the street the piper stepped, smiling first a little smile, as if he knew what magic slept in the quiet pipe and vial. Then like a musical adept to blow the pipe, his lips he wrinkled, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. Yes. Into the street the piper stepped, means as the piper stepped into the street, came into the street, smiling first a little smile. He was smiling as if he knew what magic stepped, as if he knew that what magic will be there as he came there. In his quiet pipe the while, then like a musical adept. Means like a musical adept means like an expert musician. To blow the pipe, his lips he wrinkled, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. To blow the pipe, his lips he wrinkled, so he make a special shape of his lips when he was going to blow the pipe, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled, and as he was going to start to blow the pipe, his eyes were shining green and blue. His sharp eyes twinkled, twinkling like stars, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. When the salt is sprinkled on the candle flame, they start blazing, and the same was there. Means when the piper was going to start his sound of pipe, his eyes were twinkling, and the air 3 shrill notes the pipe uttered. You heard as if an army muttered, and the muttering grew to a grumbling, and the grumbling grew to a mighty rumbling. And out the house the rats came tumbling, green rats, small rats, lean rats, brawny rats, brown rats, black rats, grey rats, tawny rats, grave old plodders, gay young friskers. So here in this stanza, it has been described as the piper started to blow his pipe. The rats from the houses, they came muttering, grumbling, rumbling, means making the sound. First low sound, then the sound was becoming high and high. Rumbling means deep heavy noise. Earlier it was very slow, but it was becoming very deep and heavy because there was a huge crowd of the rats. And out the house the rats came tumbling means rolling. They were coming. They were very big, small, lean means not very fat, brawny rats. Brawny means muscular, healthy. Brown rats, black rats. Now the colors are there. Brown, black, grey, tawny. These are the colorful. Grave old plodders means those who were walking slowly, and those who young gay friskers means those who were going very jumping, very active. Means slow rats were also there, and very active rats were also there. They all were moving after the piper as he started his notes. Then see the next. Fathers, mother, uncles, cousin, cocking tails and pricking whiskers, families by tens and dozen, brother, sister, husband, wives, followed the piper for their lives. From street to street he piped advancing, and step for step they followed dancing, until they came to the river Weser, wherein all plunged and perished. So father, mother, uncle, cousin, cocking tails and pricking whiskers means all the rats are described in the families by tens and dozens. Means there were 10 members, sometimes dozens member in the family. Brother, sister, husband, wife, they all were following the piper for their lives. From street to street he piped advancing, means the piper was moving from street to street, so that all came out, and all the rats were following him dancing. And at last they came to the river Weser, wherein all plunged and perished, and where they all drowned and they finished. The town folk rejoiced. All the people were very happy. Hamelin was at last free from rats. Free of rats. The piper asked the mayor to give him his due. Now it's the turn of the mayor to give the reward to the piper. But see what happened. The ungrateful mayor and the corporation refused, saying that as the work was already done, all they could offer the piper was a hearty drink of wine. So the mayor and the authorities refused to give him his reward, and they told that the work was finished and they were ready to give him a hearty wine. Now see what happened. Little did they know what fate would befall the people of the town of the ingratitude. But they do not know what is there in the fate of the people because they were ingratitude. They were not grateful to the piper. Now again, see what happened. Once more he stepped into the street, and to his lips again laid his long pipe of smooth straight cane, and ere he blew those notes, such sweet soft notes as yet musician cunning never gave a enraptured ear. Means once again the piper came to the street, stepped into the street, and once again he put the flute on his lips, and once again he was ready to sing, to blow his notes, and it was enraptured air, the air enchanted by the music. Means the music was so soft. There was a rustling that seemed like a bustling. Rustling and bustling means moving here and there, of merry crowd jostling at pitching the hustling, hustle and bustle. Going here and there means something was moving, something was going on. Small feet were pattering, very busy movements. Small things were pattering means were moving with quick, light steps. And who are they? Let us see. Little hands clapping and little tongues chattering. Small hands, small tongues, they were chattering means talking, and the hands were clapping. And like falls in the farmyard, and the barley is scattering. Out came the children running. The children came running out as the farmyard. The foals came in the farmyard where the barley is scattering, in where food is there. All the little boys and girls with rosy cheeks and flaxen curls. Flaxen means pale yellow curls. They came all with rosy cheeks, means their cheeks were very red. Very small children, small, big. All the little boys and girls with rosy cheeks and flaxen curls, and sparkling eyes and teeth like pearls. The children are described, means children were very beautiful, curly hair, eyes were sparkling, shining, and their teeth were very small like the pearls. Tripling and skipping ran merrily after the wonderful music with shouting and laughter. Means they all children were moving, they all children were running after the piper, they all were shouting, they all were singing, they all were enjoying the music, and they all were laughing, they all were very happy. Now see what happened with those children. The piper led the dancing children to the high Copperberg hill. A huge cavern opened in the hillside, and the children followed the piper into the cavern, never to be seen again. Means, what did the piper do? He took all children after him into a cave and closed it for ever. Means the people were not able to see their children again. The children were taken by the piper. Now in the last 4 lines, the poet addresses Willie, the child he has written the poem for. The poet Robert Browning has written this poem for a boy, Willie, and in the last four lines he is telling the boy what should be done. So, Willie, let me and you be wiper of saucer scores out with all men, especially pipers. Wipers of scores out with all men means those who give back to people whatever we owe them. If we have promised to give something to any person, we must give that, and especially the piper. If we have promised to give him something, to give him money or something else, we must give him. The people of Hamelin, they didn't keep their promise, and that's why they all suffered a lot. And whether the pipe us free from rats or from mice, if we were promised them aught, let us keep our promise. And whether the pipe us free from rats or mice, if the piper has made us free from from mice and rats, and if we have promised him aught means anything, we must keep our promise. So here the poet want to say means if we have done any promise, we must see that the promise must be completed. And the poet is Robert Browning. Robert Browning is an English poet and a playwright. Contribution to the poetry and is counted among the best known poets of English literature. So his today is remembered for his contribution to the poetry and is counted among the best known poets of English literature. So you have read the poem and you have come to know that if we have done any promise to anyone, we must fulfill the promise. We must keep our promise, otherwise we have to repent later on. So the same, the people of Hamelin, they repent later on because they didn't keep the promise. So on the basis of this chapter, you have to try to solve the exercise. You have to complete the sentence and find out the answers and underline them in your book. This chapter is in your reading, so read it carefully. Bye, students.